All right, let's jump right in. Today we're talking about something pretty cool, the ultimate team-up, but in the world of music. We're diving into chamber music.
Okay, so here's a question for you. What do you think a pro esports squad and a classical music group could possibly have in common? I know, it sounds kind of random, right? But stick with me here, because the answer is all about intense teamwork, serious strategy, and every single player being absolutely essential to win.
Exactly. You can think of chamber music as like the elite special forces of the music world. We're not talking about a giant army like a full orchestra. Nope. This is a small, super skilled squad on a really important mission. So here's the most important thing to get. In chamber music, there are 0 background characters. Every single musician is a main character. You can't just hide in a crowd of 50 other violinists. If you mess up, yeah, everyone's going to hear it. It is all about listening to your teammates and working together perfectly.
Now, inside this world of musical teams, there's a special type of squad we're going to zoom in on today, the wind ensemble. And yep, these are the groups that use the power of breath to make their sound.
And just like in a video game, our wind squad has different player classes. First up, you've got the woodwinds. They make their sound by blowing air across an opening or through this tiny vibrating piece of wood called a reed. Then you've got the brass class. These players make sound by buzzing their lips into a metal mouthpiece. So, 2 totally different methods, 2 completely different vibes. And these wind squads, they've got a pretty awesome origin story. They started popping up way back in the 1600s, but it was this one guy, Mozart, you've probably heard of him, who really made them super popular. And by the 1800s, the playbook was just massive, with composers writing all sorts of new combos and music for these teams. All right, let's get to the main event. The most common lineup, kind of like the starting 5 on a basketball team, is the wind quintet. So, let's meet the players.
First up on the court, player 1, the flute.
Next up in the lineup, player 2, the oboe.
Player number 3, it's the clarinet.
Holding down the low end, player 4, the bassoon.
And rounding out the starting 5, player 5, the horn.
Okay, so you've met the team. But what does everyone actually do? Like, what's their position on the field? Let's break down the playbook and their special moves. So check this out. It is so much like a gaming team. The flute, that's your agile scout, zipping around with those high melodies. The oboe is the emotional striker, scoring those big emotional points. The clarinet is your all-arounder, super flexible. The bassoon, that's your tank, the support, providing that deep foundation. And the horn? The horn is the diplomat. It's the only brass player here, and its whole job is to blend everyone together and unite the team. So cool, right? And these are their team combos, their special moves. They use something called imitation, which is basically one player copying another's move. Then you've got counterpoint, which is just wild. It's like multiple players running different, super complex plays all at the same time, but somehow it all fits together perfectly. And of course, you've got dynamics and articulation. That's all about controlling the intensity, going from a total whisper to an absolute roar. All right, so why is this team so epic? What's the big deal? Well, playing in a group like this builds some seriously insane skills. Let's get into it. Yeah, to even make this team, your player stats have to be totally maxed out. We're talking God-tier listening. Like, you have to hear every single thing your teammates are doing. You need pro-level breath control. Perfect timing and coordination are a must. And you've got to be able to read the playbook, the sheet music, and then communicate pure emotion without ever saying a single word. It's intense.
But the rewards you get, the perks, they're basically real-life power-ups. You level up your listening skills like you wouldn't believe. You get this massive teamwork XP boost. You literally unlock new levels of creative expression. And you get a huge confidence buff that helps you in solo and group play. Seriously, it's one of the best ways to get that Master Your Instrument achievement unlocked.
So look, if there's only one thing you remember from all this, make it this. In chamber music, being a good teammate isn't just part of the game, it is the game. That's the whole point. It's about the connection, the communication, creating something together that no one could ever create on their own. So I'll leave you with this final question. If you were on this musical squad, what instrument would you be? The agile scout, the emotional striker, the versatile all-rounder, the supportive tank, or the diplomat who brings everyone together? Give it some thought. Thanks for tuning in.